Well, are you looking for a new car? Maybe gas, maybe electric, maybe you just don't know. Well, here to help us out is Tom Grothous, automotive expert. So welcome, Tom.
Thank you for asking.
All right,
me.
so lots of choices these days.
You know, there really is a lot of choices, more now than what we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I brought some training aids in. I have a tray and I have batteries. But to determine whether you want all electric, hybrid, or gas, I think that's an individual's choice.
Yeah.
How you want to go. Right now, what we have with the electrics, they're good for a commuter car, but open road out in the going on a trip or whatever, not ready for that. That's coming. In 2 to 4 years, you're going to have solid state batteries.
Okay.
Right now, what we have is we have a little battery like this. That is a gel cell. These gel cells are similar to our regular dry cell batteries that we have, only this is a 2-volt gel cell, and it's a lithium ion. It has the gel in it. The problem with the lithium ions, the gel cell, is they're finding out cold weather, they crystallize, and they take away right away the capacity you've got. That's why you get these gel cells now for your lithium ions like this for your everyday appliances. Mm-hmm. Don't put them in your freezers. They can short out because they will crystallize. And because it's a gel cell, you can take this, hit it with a hammer. No problem. You hit this with a hammer, you don't know if it's going to explode or it's going to catch on fire because it's a lithium ion and it can't take any sudden pounding or anything like that. And that's what happens with your cars. Now, in your cars, you have hundreds of these.
Yeah.
110 of these make you 220 volts. And then you put them in series to get your amperage that you need. Then you put them in a sequence, whether it's single phase, double phase, or triple phase, like our house. We have 110 volt, 220 volt, 440 volt for commercial. Well, that's what they do with this in a car. It's a three phase. So your motors use less of your ions to charge or to drive the car. Okay. And that's how they work. Now, if this one gets hot, it can catch on fire. And if you've got 1,000 of these, what happens with them? It just propagates. Well, since we're coming out with solid state batteries, this is the size of a solid state battery, approximate, because they're still working on them. Now, a solid state battery is like a dry charge battery or a dry cell battery, and they make it with a 3D printer back and forth, protons, ions back and forth. So you got your different layers.
Yeah.
And it's big and it's massive. If this gets hot in one side here, it doesn't propagate around the whole thing and then it explode. So it won't explode because it's not a gel.
Right.
Gels, like gasoline, boom. It can either catch on fire or it can explode, and that's the difference with the solid state. Now, the good part about solid state is you're going to get 400 to 500 miles on a charge.
Wow.
The second thing about it is you can charge it up, Toyota's saying, and so is Tesla, in 9 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's like getting gas. So it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And going 400 or 500 miles, now we can put them in vans. Mm-hmm. Now you can drive around with 7, 8 people, go on trips, 400 or 500 miles. You know, it's like going from here to what, Atlanta, something like that. So it's the same thing as what you would with a regular car. So that's what it is. Now, the difference is fire, not as bad. Yeah. Not as bad explosion-wise, not at all.
Yeah.
So you aren't going to have an explosion, but you could have a fire depending on all of the electrical in that.
So we're just saying wait to the new ones.
Oh, yeah. That's the whole key. And you're only going to have to wait about 2 years.
2 more years.
Toyota's coming out in 26, 27 is what they say.
Okay, so for the luxury rides, just wait a couple years maybe.
Little more money, but you'll go a lot farther.
All right, well, Tom, thanks so much for coming on today, giving us a little lowdown on, especially the electric vehicles, you know. There's a lot of questions on that still.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting there.
All right, well, don't go away because Medical News is coming up next.